Good morning, everyone. Thank you for bringing your light here to share with all of us. And as Kay said at the beginning, it was so beautiful. We have come to show each other the way just by our presence. Let's join in the light of infinite being. And we ask for clear seeing and clear speaking what we're hearing within. And this morning we're looking at the denial of lesson 168, the desire to deny that your grace is given me and I claim it now. So we're denying that that is actually happening. So let's look within and ask Jesus, because we don't know of our own ego mind or of the ego mind. Jesus, is this desire to deny that your grace is given me and I claim it now, is that present somewhere in my subconscious mind? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 So part of our mind training, Jesus tells us, is to stay focused on the relishing of this desire. And that's where the healing takes place, at the level of the desire. So we're going to go into quiet contemplation and ask to be shown in a way that the ego mind cannot recognize and doesn't know what the denial is and what the wanting energy for this denial is.
Mm-hmm.
You're showing me that I still think that it's arrogance to claim grace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, today's I want to know, I want to pretend I don't know what the word grace means. Like, that's just an alien concept. I don't know what it means. I don't believe in it. Show me the proof. It's just a really hard, stubborn denial of this.
Jesus is showing me that I'm saying I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. And he's saying that's a big fat excuse. And I'm going to show you more of what that means.
Okay, we're going to continue to focus deeply with the light on the wanting of this. Not necessarily all the ways it shows up, but on the wanting energy. So let's go in, let's be in quiet contemplation, just looking at the wanting of this desire to deny that the grace of God is mine, is given me, and I claim it now. Jesus, show us a wanting energy for this desire. We're looking at how much we want to deny the grace of God.
Jesus is saying to me, you don't want to claim this because that would mean you have the power of choice. And that would mean you would have to take responsibility that you are choosing, that I am choosing hell.
Jesus, can you take us deeper now down into the relishing of this desire, just to see how much we want to deny the grace of God, the wanting energy?
I'm finding ways to blame other people for not claiming the grace of God. And I want to use Nancy's word. I'm really feeling pissed off about that.
You want to what, Patty?
I'm going to use Nancy's word and say that I'm really pissed off that others are keeping me from claiming the grace of God.
I see, thanks.
Jesus is showing me, telling me that I am holding on to, I don't trust God. That if I believe, I'm holding on to a belief that if I claim it, he'll snatch it back.
Yeah, he's just showing me very clearly how much I want hell. I've got my angels of hell. I've built up a hell. I'm claiming hell. I want it more than God. This gives me everything I want, I think.
So Jesus, can you show us that wanting this desire, we want to claim hell more than we want God? Show us how deeply this goes so that it can be rooted out of our mind and be purified and never to show up again.
I'm really relishing the denial of grace of that. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need your grace. It's just a very stubborn energy. Like God's trying to swoop in and take credit for all my hard work. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's just, yeah. And I can just really feel the relishing of not wanting this. It's palpable.
Yeah, it's like this is joy. This is like complete excitement of being blown up like atomic bombs, just replacing all the light. Yeah, it's the light show. It's the dark show. Oh dear. Yeah, I love this. Show me it, Jesus. Show me how much I absolutely want this.
Jesus is showing me how full of rage and hate I am toward God for abandoning me. I believe he abandoned me. And I hate him for that. And I blame him for that.
So we're looking at the wanting energy of this desire. Not to accept the grace, to deny that this grace is present, and I claim it now. Continuing to look at the denial of this.
Did you ask what the value was? I stepped out of the room for a moment.
Jesus is Jesus is telling me I do not trust who I am. And I'm relishing that ignorance.
Jesus, am I holding or releasing the energy of this desire? The energy of this desire that's blocking my awareness of love.
I'm holding. I'm just like a dog with a bone on this for some reason. It's like just grasping.
I'm holding as well.
Yeah, he's showing me how I think that God's, yeah, like this is sacrifice. God is trying to take this away from me. It's like, yeah.
Jesus is telling me there is a tiny willingness.
He's showing me how much I don't want to wake up and how I'm being called out of the dream and I'm just like holding on. Yeah. It's really fascinating to see how this wanting energy is so it's so preserved and so relished and so loved. It's so insane.
I'm holding. I'm just easing into the relishing now. It was shocking to my conscious mind that I am denying this lesson, the grace. So I'm just beginning to relish and get the courage to look at it.
Jesus, show us what our ego mind does not want to accept.
When Janice said the word sacrifice, I heard yes to that. I think to claim the grace of God is to give up everything I love here, whatever here is.
Jesus is telling me the ego does not want me to know the truth of who I am. Just snarling and hissing.
Were you done, friend?
Oh, yes.
Okay, thanks. I just got the realization that the ego swung from suspiciousness to viciousness on this lesson, on this denial.
Mm.
It just got really vicious really quickly on this. No, just no. You're not taking this away from me. What is this grace nonsense? What? I mean, it's such a, it's like you're showing up now, too little, too late. Ugh, just pure ego hatred. It's kind of like Janice is laughing at it. And I'm like, if you kind of step back and look at it, it's funny. It's just pure ego,
Yeah, it's just the loving of being ripped apart and being the one that's ripping it's like I'm seeing both sides, ripping apart and being ripped apart. It's like it's the relishing and going no, but it's really yes. I mean, it's just insane. I'm just like, wow.
Jesus, what value am I getting out of this denial?
Maybe entertainment. It's just entertaining me. I don't know, the idea of fighting God, and I have a chance to win. I was just pure delusion.
It's like a horror film then, if it's entertainment.
I don't. But people pay money
I said
to
then
see
it's like a
horror movies.
horror film.
People pay good money to see horror films. I mean, it's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes, it's so interesting just to kind of look at it. What he's showing me is still I'm looking at it somewhat neutrally, with neutrality, and how much I just relish it, how much I just love it without it's like, it's almost as if it's like in black and white cinema or something. There's no color to it, but I'm just seeing how deep the desire to deny this, that the grace is always present and is given now, to deny that.
Wow.
Jesus is showing me that I'm forgetting to observe, be the observer, and that I am trying to duke it out with the ego. So I'm making the ego real by fighting it. It Ken Wapnick's work. I'm taking the ego seriously.
I'm shown that I see myself. I am looking at it neutrally now, and it's like I'm on a stage, and I'm looking frantically everywhere except the direction of, I don't know if I can, except the direction that shows the truth. So I think I'm caught in this play, but I'm consciously in that Sharon is not looking at the truth that the grace of God has given to me. I'm pretending I'm looking everywhere frantically, and I because I really relish that. I want to not see the one direction that I should be looking in. I'm refusing to look at it. I'm pretending I can't, and I'm pretending that it's not me doing it or something like that.
Thanks, Sharon.
For value, I hear peace.
Sorry, did you say, Renee, did you say for value you see peace? You hear peace?
Yeah, seem to be getting peace from by denying that your grace is given me. I claim it now.
I hear valuing control and amusement.
I'm hearing to share that my attachment to low-grade doldrums are what keep me in this denial. I asked if I should share that before sharing.
Low-grade doldrums.
Yeah.
Jesus, where do I think I'm finding heaven in this desire?
Oh. Jesus is telling me because I don't have to look at my guilt. I'm blaming God. I'm fighting the ego. I'm making the ego real. And I'm feeling some nausea in my body.
Could you repeat the question, please, Mary?
Jesus, where do I think I find heaven in this desire?
It's, to me, it's an identity. Like the heaven I've found in this desire is what I see as personal and an autonomy, an identity. I've established an identity, and you can't take it from me, Jesus. You can't take it from me, God. This is where the hill to die on, so to speak. And I realize it's like, okay, so I'm not in the observer's role, but right now I'm just supposed to be relishing what the denial is. And that's what I seem to be getting out of it, is an identity.
For some reason, I'm really projecting this onto my brother. And I was also, before you said that, Anna, I was hearing my value is protection of my personal identity.
Jesus, what am I holding on to that I believe I can't change my mind about this?
What am I holding on to?
What am I holding on to that I believe that I cannot change my mind about this?
Holy shit. I thought my mic was off. I'm sorry. I just heard the word death. Oh no, what am I holding on to? Death. Wow, because that's what this identity always leads to, is that death. And I guess it's enchanting me. It's like the siren song you know?
I heard I'm holding onto the feeling of control, that I want to keep my problem solver self, my loving the drama and excitement about fixing everything by myself. So I guess it is my identity, but it's a feeling of control.
Jesus is telling me, I don't want to look at the guilt.
Yeah, he's just, sorry, go ahead, Francis.
No,
My apologies.
I'm just getting the word guilt. Guilt.
Yeah, he was just showing me, yeah, I don't know my advances for my retreats, but it's like I'm literally experiencing the egoic, all pinched up, offended. My face is all pinchy. It's all like, I am so offended. I'm wrong. I don't want to be wrong. So I'm just it's just, I mean, it really is like this blown up, arrogant identity that it's like waxing and waning and offended, and it's just blowing air everywhere. So yeah, it's like a balloon on a stick that just, yeah, the talking head that's literally demonstrating.
Literally what?
Demonstrating all the piss and vinegar and offenses and anger and rage, and it's like, and it hasn't got a clue. So
I'm hearing to share that amnesia is a central part of this for me, that I forget the essence of this lesson, and therefore do not claim what is rightly mine.
Oh, Jesus is showing me this picture. The ego is going, excuse my French, bat shit. It's shrieking and just having a fit of don't you dare accept that grace. You are nothing. You deserve nothing. Wow, really, that shrieking, that I'm thinking of the witch and the Wizard of Oz. Don't you dare. I'm melting. I'm melting.
describe just exactly. Thank you. My little balloon on a stick.
Jesus, is there more relishing energy to look at here as we contemplate what is coming up for healing? And is there any willingness in here, just a little bit of willingness or curiosity about seeing this differently?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't feel far from seeing this differently. It just feels like a little bit of forgetting that I fall into, but to me this, well, let me ask if I should be saying anything. It's the joy of the only cause being love, and the only effect being love, and being freed from all cause and effect that I have been entangled in. So anyway, I feel like I'm like a weebelo and not even a wee below, I don't know what, but just a tiddlywink, just like tap me. I'm a domino, just tap me and it's there. So it doesn't feel far.
Far away.
I'm
Yeah.
just into this. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm
No.
just, real relishing. But also, when you said that, it was like, okay, show me this grace. Okay, big shot. Show me what grace is. Show it to me. And it was, so I guess that counts as a little bit of willingness.
So see what we're hearing. Yeah, we want to be shown. We want to be shown what it is to see this differently. Are we willing to see what this is? If we look at it differently through the eyes of God, through the light.
I'm hearing a strong yes.
I'm hearing Jesus is showing me the nothingness, the absolute nothingness and meaninglessness of the ego. So wanting to, yes, I don't want that. I want joy. Yes, I want to see it differently.
He's telling me I'm willing to be shown.
Jesus, am I willing to be shown?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm feeling a lifting up out of this scramble. So I'm actually feeling the answer. Yes, being lifted up.
Yes.
I am hearing Jesus saying, then be still. Then be still.
Is anyone feeling still some resistance to fully accepting this lesson, to accept the grace of God and claim it now?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Just like I want to be shown what grace is. It's like I don't want to take my foot off the dock to get in the boat until I know where the boat is going. Just that. So, but I'm willing to be shown what it is, but I'm still like doubtful.
Jesus, can you show us, let's see, what's underneath this doubt? Because it's right here. Can we claim it? Are we willing just to take that leap of faith, not knowing, and just walk into it? Hold your hand, whatever image works here. Are we willing just to accept it?
I'm getting yes. It's got to be better than nothingness.
Jesus, do I think I have the power to accept the miracle here?
Yes.
Just stuck. I'm sorry. I don't. It's like I don't want the miracle. I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
Yes, Jesus is flooding me with a calm, soothing light to take the leap.
I do feel like the stillness that Fran mentioned, it will be part of my blissful receptivity to this lesson, undenied, fully embraced, and danced around.
Of course.
All righty then.
I could hear some of the words, but This is the disembodied voice again, right?
That's
It's
Leo.
Yeah, I know who it is. There's an echo from wherever
Oh,
you're.
okay.
It's very hard for me to hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying that I embrace this with the silence you mentioned will help me be receptive to it, the stillness.
She said blissful receptivity in joy. Yeah.
Yeah. When I that's grown so much since I've been working the course that I just well up with gratitude, because the shrieking, I mean, it's so hysterical, the shrieking compared to this, just this wash of calm and peace and quiet and stillness is just, it's laughable. There are times I just go, how could you ever want that shrieking insanity over this stillness?
So let's
This has been-
look. Yeah. Are we willing to accept a change and a transformation? Are we willing to see this differently? And what's standing in the way? Let's ask within.
I think it's totally fear of disappearing. Like I just kind of had a little visionette of taking Jesus' hands and walking into this like portal and disappearing. And I'm like, is that what I really want? I don't know what that means.
Jesus, let's ask. Jesus, what does it mean to walk into a portal with you into the light? Let's just ask.
Oh, wow. Huh. I'm just getting this, just laughing and laughing. It's like huge laughing. Everything's laughing. Like the air is laughing. It's oh.
On one level, I understand the laughter, but on another level, I'm just not there yet.
Okay, Jesus, can we just give up understanding? Because we're not going to ever understand. Never,
Right.
never. Our mind is not capable of grokking this. Not the ego mind. It's just not capable. So all that noise is just going to be endless until we just say, okay, enough of this. I'm
Yeah.
deciding to go for this, and here I go. And I have no idea what it looks like. But Jesus, I trust you got me.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear just stay with it, stay with, and just go along with me. It's not about understanding.
Again, God is the strength in which I trust.
So when we were asking about being shown what grace looks like, he reminded me of how much projection that I put on my brother about this. And then he said, he was talking to me about, truth was talking to me about that grace is through my brother.
Mm.
And that every time I see generosity or charity or love or patience or acceptance from my brother, that is seeing God's grace.
I'm just willing to be shown what grace is. I don't know what it is. I'm just willing to be shown.
Yeah, I'm hearing that what Patty just shared is, witnessing, seeing, resonating with generosity and kindness and patience, just being willing to see that. And of course, we're seeing it from within ourselves, but we're open to seeing it. Otherwise, what we're open to seeing is all the doubt and the hatred and all the rest of it. And if we focus on that, there's no way we'll see the evidence of grace.
I'm hearing that following the guidance of the voice for wholeness within is a straight shot to the experience of grace, and it is the claiming of grace. And there is no understanding in this world of anything, much less grace. But anyway, yeah, just following guidance. Do I pick up a pencil now? Am I supposed to drink a cup of tea? And that's the only math, and it's individual.
Yes. Jesus is saying to me, just showing up here in these joining circles is a claiming of his grace. Symbols. We can understand some symbols.
So Jesus, are we ready to fully embrace a miracle, to see this differently and claim that God's grace is my own?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, take the nesty plunge.
Yeah.
Take the plunge.
Yes.
Now's the dancing time, the Snoopy dancing time. Yeah.
Yes.
Wiggling all the way down.
I hear yes.
Yes. Yes. Sue, what are you hearing?
Yes, I am.
Are you shaking your head there without a camera?
I heard her say yes already.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
So let's bask in, let's marinate, let's enjoy the joy. My heart just feels like it's bursting. So what I'm hearing, I'm being prompted to say, is that throughout the quote unquote day to day, just keep referring back, I claim the grace of God, and ask Jesus, what is this? Jesus, show me, show me, show me. And then being willing to be quiet and listen and be shown.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you just isn't big enough, is it? Yeah. So
Right.
much gratitude for all of you and for what comes through from spirit. We tend to underestimate, oh, I'm not sure I'm really hearing this. I'm not really clear. Is this really, whatever it is that's going on in the chatter, just to put all that aside and let it come through. And so thank you.
Love you all.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
from-
you, everybody.
from all of us.
Lana,
Thank you.
What'd you say?
Thank you.
I'm looking at Lana and her little Jesus.
Okay.
He loves you. He loves us, Lana.
You're blowing kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay.
Why was I so afraid of this?